So, yes, we did it. We finally got Garry's mod. Hope you will be happy with it. Because I spent a lot of money on it. It's just for you, YouTube. Oh. No, that's not the sound that GMOD doesn't work. It's just the sound of happiness. Garry's mod, god damn it. Hell yes. Goddamn fucking... Oh, don't swear. Goddamn, yes, we finally got Garry's mod. I'm freaking happy with that. And you guys, you should be happy. Uncle Willem just actually had to get this from the network. Okay? Okay. Uncle Willem had to get this, so... I know this is correct, it is not correct, I got it. I got the freaking free version, I don't know how, but... There's like a trick in Steam that you can do, where you get free apps, which I did. I wanted so good Gmod, and now I have, I think this is Gmod, right? Hell yeah, let's go. Okay, don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Are you looking? Yes, you're looking, god damn it. Oh god, my game is lagging. I like this face. Also, is this supposed to be World War II? Not saying that it is, but it almost looks like that. Oh god, the power. Oh wait, did you saw the thumbnail? Is God. It means, I want to say, god damn it, Jerry mods. God damn it, Gmod. I goddamn have no idea if this is gonna work. I don't think it will. Hey, I think I know that. Is that supposed to be a thing crashed? I have no idea, but the thing kind of crashed? Oh no, it's just actually lagging bad. I finally got the time that we are playing Gmod. I have never live streamed Garry's mod. So it's the time that I do. And it's the time that Garry mod crashed, because it actually does crash. So I'm gonna have a lot of time spending crap on this. Also, as I know, my dude, as I know. Also, Gmod has stopped responding. I know, I actually missed this dude. I've never done this. I really done. I did it. Oh, phew. Wait, I got a comment. How did you manage to get Gmod? Well, yes, the power, the best, okay? The power, the best, okay? The power, the best. Hell yes, says he. He's goddamn happy with that. Holy crap, I'm happy for him. No, Garry's mod, god damn it, I told you not to crash. And he did it. H-O beeping ray. Oh my god. Dang it. I've not spent monies on this. I will. Finally. God damn, that took so long. I cannot even imagine. I'm happy. Yes, I am also happy that we finally got GMOD. It's happy. Starting GMOD. Ooh. There we go. Finally. God damn it. Let's go to stuff. No, don't tell me. You're not gonna do this joke again, are you? But of course, it's the goddamn thing. Also, I'm gonna just... Fuck, I got shocked. God damn it. Look like I'm burning. Well, I am burning. Happy with that? Why am I in no clip? What? Why am I in no clip? What the heck? Why am I in no clip? Oh god. This is lag? Well, most... I wanna check some Easter eggs. I know a weird room in this game. Watch as the villain goes bee-hopping around. I don't know what this room is supposed to be. Is it? Don't tell me you're lagging. Okay, the live stream is lagging. That I finally got the live stream to work? Yes, I did. Willem fixed the problem. Wait, desktop audio? Are you sure about that? I just see on my other screen that it's lagging incredibly. Is that the goddamn internet being like trash? My internet is finally. fucking worst. Going back to flat grass. Hint. Alright, the stream is very good now. What do we do now? I'm gonna have to hire my mic. Okay, maybe not. This one is high. I don't know. I think this is better. Let's go open us. Whoop. I did this. A bathtub. Logo, but it's old. Older and rusty. That's so funny. Oh, what's it? Whoa, what the hell? What in my refrigerator? Repeating angry. Gabby. It's up now. It's high. It's really high. I think it's high. I don't know. Why is it doing that? Why is my mic doing that? Duh, that's annoying. Alright, there we go, we're back. Now what happens? Sorry guys, but we need to do it with the dropped frames. Because I cannot live stream. You open a door. Door. Can you open a door? Can you make a door? Entities, not a door. Why is it a door? This entity is a door. See? I made these. What is it? What the fuck is a door? This is a door. This is a fucking door. This is a door. This is a door. God damn, that's a door. Look, that's a door. Look, that's a door. Look, that is not actually a door. Look, now that's a door. Look, that's a freaking whining beep. Now that's a door. Okay, maybe not. Stop. Explosion. Quizplosion. It's a question, but it's also explosion. Go to construction site. We can get the bridge. We can get our bridge. Can I get a bridge? This is not a bridge. That is also not a bridge. That's like the bridge that you have to go up to. That's never a goddamn door. I mean bridge. Also door. You have to be kidding me. Look at my washing machine. That a gas pump. Does it explode? It's an unreal gas pump. What the fuck? We have to do it with the bad frames. I really know. Hold up, there is no bad frames. Okay, hold up, there is bad frames. So everyone, Now, is it now good? I can make my game lag if I want. Aww, no. Green. Did you see fucking green? Green. Military. Military. There's no military. Is there like a thing on Jerry mod can use? They have like the motion sensor from the old one. Need a freaking nuke. Half-Life. I think there's some Half-Life props. Wilkos. Whoa! Oh. Oh! Can we get in this thing? Nope! We cannot get in that helicopter. Oh my god! No! Let in! Please work. You're an exploded version. It's raining cars. I know. That was like my best run. Run! Dang it! No, my baggage. They're like a coffin. Coffin. Not what I thought. Look, is there anything from Half-Life that we saw in here? We have the weapon, we have the entities. Let's make some music. That's the highest low, low is high. That's loud! Wanna hear something very loud? Pickpocken. Wait, I can like that. witty ideas. I did not know it was I'm lucky. Let's grab a sit. Let's grab like a combine or like this dude that actually is like annoying. Ah! Why is that thing so loud? Beep!
Brother.
Live again, brother. I am. Oh, an ATV! Oh, holy crap! Brother, USA, brother. Give me your goddamn gun, you beep, son of a beep, you cock-sucking fruit basket mother bleep. Thanks. I have the freaking gun. Excuse me? I see you. The game is bad. It's bad.